Okay, it has definitely been what feels like over a week, but we're finally going to get back to it. So, last time I would also like to apologize for the technical difficulties. I only recently finished editing my playthrough and dubbing in a lot of the lost audio, so we're going to do a lot of checks today to make sure everything's working before we actually start. I can see that the game audio is being recorded. I can see that my mic audio is being recorded. Good. Without further ado, let's just jump right back into where we left off. The plan for the day? To go for about 2.5 hours. And one of the things that I found out while editing the last segment of my playthrough is that apparently most people are finishing this in about 7 to 8 hours. Some people who are Acheron mains are speedrunning this in sometimes about 4 to 5 hours. So I'm expecting my playthrough to probably be around the 8-hour mark. So we'll probably try to put it into 3 2.5-ish hour parts for the 3.1 story. I think that should be fine. Everything almost seems to always have a weakness to electricity, ice, or quantum. Those seem to be the most common weaknesses on Amphorius, it feels like. Try to sense the Black Tide monster's memory. The monster's body is twisted like brambles, not allowing any living being to approach. Alright, ma'am, what you got? Ow, that hurt. You didn't even detect it. I didn't even detect any memories. Ma'am, you're useless. Can I check out any of them? That was the only one it let me look at. Nope, can't look at that one. Oh, this one's got a sparkly. The black-colored monster has fallen like a toppled statue. Within its body lie golden ashes, perhaps the same substance as golden blood that is commonly seen in Amphorius. It's no good. I didn't see anything. I need to give it the old college try, mem. The old college try. Okay, what about in here? I'm starting to see a lot more dead scholars. Oh look, sprites. Self-reflecting nymph. Amphorius might very well be a computer program, for all we know. This might be a simulated world. That's what the sprites make me think. Ah. Despicable, twisted life form. It was once a living soul that could mourn pain, but now it only turns its head at others until the soul drifts silently out of its shell. Maybe this monster will show us some useful memories. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. I really tried my hardest. Why couldn't I even see a sliver of a memory?
It could be because when a life is devoured by the Black Tide, it loses its soul.
Cool, so are we saying memories are souls? Is that what you're implying, Cass? This door isn't opening. Huh, it's locked.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the Black Tide.
Because everyone knows that doors can stop the Black Tide. Flaming Lance charge.
Save your energy. Yanis's power is far stronger than we could ever imagine.
I don't know. I think the power of my crowbar is equally powerful. Since this store is a creation of 3 Titans of Fate, maybe the Eyes of Oryx will help me find a way to open it.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods?
I'm guessing this is Anaxa speaking.
Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
You scared me. Are you an echoes of a memory?
My name is Anaxagoras.
Oh, like the famous philosopher?
And the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further...
Yeah, I believe Anaxagoras, is actually the person that had like the theory of noose or something. This is like in real life lore, not in like game lore. So I guess Anaxa is named after Anaxagoras. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Before we go any further, rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa. Anaxagoras. Also, somebody pointed out to me that he's holding the core flame of reason in his art, but I don't know what the core flame of reason looks like, so I wouldn't have noticed that in his drip feed. So it looks like somebody's pointed out to me that I think my theory of him getting the core flame of reason is pretty founded.
Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
But duct tape is silver. What a difficult person.
The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable exalted truth.
This is literally Al-Haytham 2.0. This is the impression I'm getting here.
Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies.
So are you dead? Alchemy can do that?
Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin air.
Well, yeah, energy is neither created nor destroyed, so I assumed that, yeah, there's part of you is here, I guess. But how is it that you can respond to me? Are you really the echoes of a memory? No, I think he's gonna make some quip about you being very predictable.
That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the Black Tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped.
Well, I didn't think that they'd all been wiped out. But there definitely aren't a lot running around.
But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority of the scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Akama as we speak.
Well, I don't think any of them made it because we would have passed them on the way here.
Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Circe's core flame will reach Akama before long.
They brought the core flame with them when they left?
But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame.
Wait, so the core flame is here?
Our mortal remains.
What?
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
He disappeared again. Did he finish what he wanted to say?
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory.
Recount what you saw in the memory.
Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
I kind of forgot that she probably didn't see that. He said his name is Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name.
Does he have, like, a last name, too? Nusporists and alchemy refer
Professor
to...
Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Nusporism.
Well, he's probably right, because I think everything in this planet might have been created by Nous. And we might be in a computer simulation, or like a simulated universe, or a simulated planet.
It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested. Provided that he is still alive.
He might be dead. Everyone seems to have been evacuated.
Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame then.
Perhaps Anaxa did not manage to survive?
I do not wish to consider this possibility.
Were you too close?
Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to escape.
We have to go to the Luminary Throne. The Luminary Throne, what sort of place is that? Why would there be a throne in an academy? I'm getting flashbacks to the Emperor's War.
It is located at the top of the giant tree, and is where Circe's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there. But making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
He didn't make it sound simple either. But on the bright side, it sounds like the place is easy to defend and difficult to attack. If that's really the case, I think everyone, including Anaxa, will definitely be alright.
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way.
He probably did. Hey, the door finally can be opened. It's like that message served as the lock.
Alchemy is truly incredible.
You can say that again. He made the door locked to anyone who didn't see the memory. Alchithism starter set. Oh, happiness abounded in the lush bygone chosen. That lagged out the game. And I think we dropped a ton of frames. If I lose this backup recording, I'm gonna get really upset. Hey, this is the place we saw in the dream, I think. There's no one here. Did I just imagine that singing?
No, you didn't imagine it. I heard it as well. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe, we better remain cautious.
Giants raise their glasses in a toast beheld by the 12 constellations. Alright, there's the voice again. It's coming from the giant thing in the center of the room, or the giant thing hanging from the ceiling? I guess not. I have no clue where it's coming from. There's too much echo in this library. That's why you're supposed to keep quiet in the library. Don't be afraid. I have experience in ghost hunting. Why do you even have experience in that?
Found it.
Well, way to make me feel inadequate.
The voice is coming from over there.
The heart, the air, the white dryads. How can the heart possibly speak? And it's not even lit up. I think something supernatural must be at play here.
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way.
That kind of sounded like someone saying come.
Let's go check it out.
Camera looked at this thingy. Divine echo of romance, chrysalis of gold, Menestia, weaving fates and hearts destined to meet. Purest beauty in your grace, deepest passion in your heat. I kind of forgot that divine echoes were something that we were trying to collect. Statue resembling an old man draped in robes, seated deep in meditation. Resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation, and capable of singing. Okay, thank you for revising that.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Stare at it. Whoa! Who was there?
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
Well, that is indeed a character design. Are you going to be playable at some point? Ha! Demon, eat my bat! What a good-looking ghost.
What a smooth-talking child. I'll accept your praise.
I'm guessing you're like a Titankin of the... What's it called? Of the Titan of Reason? If the Titan of Reason is the giant tree, I'm assuming you're a Titankin, because you have, like, branches growing out of you?
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
What consequences?
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute.
I mean, they haven't done anything to not earn my trust yet.
Just call me Calypso.
Calypso.
I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages and the litophagists.
Litophagists. Hi, Professor. I understand what you're saying, but are you a Spectre?
Of course not. Just ask the fair lady beside you. She'll definitely know the reason why.
I'm assuming you're a Titankin. I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily.
Did she say she was the head? I greet you on behalf of the sages and the... No, that doesn't mean that they're the head. That just means that they work with or, like, in service of. There's a lot of ways you could read that sentence.
The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell. Let me test her.
How? Test her how?
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
I mean, we are just tacking out in the open. Feel free to jump in.
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
I have no reason to treat you by an enemy because you don't look like Black Tide to me.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
Calypso playable when? That's all I care about at this point.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Who would know the answer to that?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Oh, wait. That's actually a really famous philosophy. That's a really famous philosophical question.
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Wait. Phynon of the New Forests. Wait a minute. Well, I mean, we already knew Phynon was using a fake name. So did Phynon just pull this name out of the annals of history?
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place.
Then what the fuck was the point of this questioning?
What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate.
So, we're just dodging questions now. Got it.
Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my answers?
You know, I was willing to trust you before the questions, but now after the questions, you didn't answer fucking any of them. But I'm not satisfied with your answers. But I am satisfied with your presence.
This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
Not really. I don't see the point. She doesn't seem threatening to me. I'm gonna leave my guard down. With that, is the discussion over?
As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend.
A water wheel. What can we do about that?
So, the solution is to awaken this heart.
Okay. Okay. So Streamlabs is having some issues with the encoder, so I have swapped out and changed a bunch of the encoder settings. It may cause the quality of the stream to go down, but hopefully it means that it will drop less frames and be, I guess, less hard on my PC. I'm supposed to be recording at like 4500 bit rate, but I'm only getting like 2,500.
Chamber of Purifying Tears.
You have a good memory.
Why
here we go.
exactly did you bring us here?
Ornix time.
My intention should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affectionate love. They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods.
I checked my internet. So it looks like Streamlabs is just having issues. Let's Google this real quick.
All the two of you
We're
have
probably
to
going to
do
drop stream again.
is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden bough of vows for me.
Ma'am.
Callie, you're making things sound too complicated. All you want us to do is retrieve the flower, right? Is this how you're going to test a nameless?
Indeed. Could it be that you actually do not know how to proceed?
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my. I'm helping you to eliminate your worries and obstacles, and yet I receive nothing in return? Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity.
I'll get the bow. I never said I wouldn't get the bow. Is that supposed to mean you're planning to keep us here forever?
You're overthinking things. We're all in the same boat. Although, it would be absurd to say that I have no other motives. Since you've brought it up, I might as well take this chance to explain.
Cool.
I'm simply making use of this opportunity to see what you two are made of. So, is that truthful enough for you?
See what we're made of. Could you have phrased that any more directly?
Now is not the time for me to elaborate further. So, please proceed. As a student of Anaxa, equivalent exchange should be something that you are familiar with.
Man, we're just putting all the alchemy references into this Anaxa character, aren't we?
I cannot deny that. Miss, since our interests are aligned right now, it's better for us to do as she says. Besides, she knows about my past. Even though I'm not able to elaborate much, I can tell you that she has reasons to fear me.
I have reasons to fear of you. Touching you seems kind of fatal.
If you unfortunately turn out to be her ultimate target, please don't worry. I will promptly intervene.
I believe you. It's so reassuring to have Cass around. I should have put my brain to use too then. Let's see. Time dimension revealed by orb shows water lilies growing there. Well, don't tell me the solution to the puzzle, Mem. This flower looks soft and fluffy. Watch this. Cognos Bloom. Have a character stand in the Cognos to reach higher location through the growth and cause it to go back down with the rewind ability. Cognos Bloom sometimes becomes corrupted. Even after it has been rewound, it will still return to the state before the ability was used. Adonis Elevator. I cannot lower that. Gotta use the orb thingy. What is this thing?
Huh? There are ichor vessels stored here.
Cover fragile membrane layer, break it open, impact cause ichor to flow out. When ichor comes into contact with a flower bed, it will grow a cognos. When rewinding, you can both rewind it. Okay. Each side of the ichor vessel might have been covered by a different membrane. Destroying membranes on different sides might generate different results.
Ma'am.
Ah, so that's how the flowers are grown.
Flowers, ma'am.
How smart.
I mean, they've been giving me like an icon telling me where to go for each step of the puzzle.
Let's hope that this is not a trap set by her.
Golden bow of whatever
So
it
this is the golden bow of vows. I hope that the Titan will not take their anger out on us.
So what we're doing is simply provoking the Titans? Don't worry, there are several Aeons that have my back.
If only they could interfere in the affairs of the Titans.
They can. They probably won't, though.
So lustrous and beautiful. It's even more magnificent than before.
Cal.
Don't suddenly appear out of nowhere and scare me like that. My tiny little heart cannot take it. This is already the second time.
Understood. My apologies, Pink Bunny.
So why is everyone else calling them a dog, but Calypso is calling them a bunny? Is it because Calypso is smarter? I'm gonna go with it's because Calypso is smarter. It's Pink Bunny this time? I'm truly an all-encompassing species.
Is this the legendary Golden Bough of Vows?
We'll know once we test it. There's a secret passageway behind the pond.
Strange aquatic flowers, okay.
It's faster if we take that path.
Alright.
How do you know this place so well?
They're from here?
I'm one of the 7 sages after all.
Makes sense to me. We're up to 999 ping. I like how my internet connection is fine, but for whatever reason, just today, my connection to Star Rail is ass. I have not had this problem the last several days. Is there like a big event going on or something today? For those who don't know, it's March 4th? It's Tariff Day. Is this because my president is putting stupid tariffs on China that he shouldn't be putting on China? We all acknowledge that my president is a moron, right? Maybe I should stop calling him my president. He is the president.
We're here. Could you kindly pluck a petal for me and place it into the pool?
Just a petal? Remove a petal from the Golden Bow of Vows.
Now, can our little goddess perform that again?
Our little goddess? Is that what you're calling men?
Huh?
That being the oath of Nestia's priests.
The Oath of Nestia's priests. Right, she can do that.
Right. Got it. O Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
I completely forgot about the whole golden thread making the invisible visible being a mechanic. It hasn't come up in a while.
Ma'am!
Oh, it really lit up. What's the principle behind this?
It's just an ancient promise between the Titan and humans. So, what do you think? It really is the Golden Bough of Vows. And I did not set any traps for you, right?
That is indeed true.
There's some red ghosties here now.
You look like a sad, lost puppy. Even if this is indeed a scheme to get you to lower your guard, you don't have any other choice but to play along, do you?
I don't, which is why I'm playing along.
Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work together? We can always determine who's right and who's wrong once we overcome this.
Yes, I agree.
Great. Then, let's ride the water wheel.
However, giving us half-truths is not the right attitude for cooperation. Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have passed your so-called trial, isn't it time for you to make your intentions clear to us?
Yes, please. Elaborate further.
I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. Although you only cleared a simple trial, I'm willing to make an exception and treat you with sincerity.
What do you mean, look at us? You still haven't opened your eyes yet.
I'll allow each of you to ask a question.
Oh.
But not the little bunny. So, ask away.
Why not the bunny? And no, that's not my question. What's with the unfair treatment? Is it because I'm too smart and you're afraid that question I'll ask will turn Amphorius upside down?
Well, in that case, miss, please go ahead.
Alright. What is your true identity? Why don't you show your true appearance? What is your purpose in testing us? Why do you say that our fates are intertwined? Me first, but why? I feel like they've probably been honest, so the identity question is out. Why don't you show us your true appearance? I have theories on that, but I don't really know. What is your purpose in testing us? Why do you say our fates are intertwined?
Oh, straight to the point. The Titans have cast a net over this place because of the Black Tide. If we want to escape, I'll require your help to reclaim my true form. Well, it's your turn now, little goddess of death.
Alright. What you got, Cass?
My question is, was your previous answer the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Ah, you're doing the waste a question just to see if she's being honest.
There's no point in making this unnecessarily complicated.
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor any hostility. We merely want to avoid any potential harm to us. Lady Calyspo, if you want us to work together more effectively, I advise you to answer my question honestly.
All right. I was completely truthful in my response just now. I have not deceived you, nor will I.
Good enough for me.
With all due respect, omitting facts can also be considered deceit.
Can be considered, but can also not be considered deceit.
Is that so? Regardless, I still stand by my previous response.
Then please lead the way. After all, facts speak for themselves. The truth will come to light once we arrive at the Luminary Throne.
Also, isn't Trianne still, like, hiding somewhere nearby?
All right, all right. I originally thought that you were just a beautiful flower planted in the mortal realm by the hand of shadow. But now, I see you have some prickly thorns, too.
Whenever I hear Hand of Shadow, it makes me think of Zagreus. But then Hand of Shadow is death, because of course it is.
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. I'm complimenting your charming naivete. All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Throbbing heart. So you don't actually have to take the water wheel? I mean, she can fly. I already assumed she didn't need to. We need to.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
Oh! I did, so she did catch on. How exactly much do you know about us?
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
I did.
Lady, your metaphors are not worthy of praise at all.
It's not a metaphor, Cass. Quite literal, actually. I said that Trianne is supposedly hiding somewhere off screen, and Calypso just acknowledged it. Old Titus, you must get moving. The courtyard of storage, not storage, has been lost. You must leave now before it is too late. Huh, but you're planning to stand your ground as well. First, call me Anaxagoras. Second, what do you mean as well? Do you mean you want to die here in the grove? Have you gone senile? Anaxa, I may not have mentioned this in my previous debates with you, but I vowed to dedicate my life to the grove long ago. I temporarily gave up on this ideal when I was young because I had a family. Fortunately, I had an opportunity to reignite wisdom here in my old age. Now that the Black Tide has come to destroy it, I have nowhere left to go. Your logic makes no sense. I know your son is getting by pretty well in Akama. What do you mean you have nowhere to go? Then tell me, Anaxagoras. You and I both know very well that legs like mine will only slow us down. How many unnecessary wounds did you suffer just escorting me to the library? The black tide descends with brutal ferocity. Even the great Chrysos heir like Calyspo lost their life to it. I don't expect that I would be able to leave. I simply wish to sit and read in the Grove Library one last time. You stubborn old fool, have it your way. We were never able to decide a victor in our debates. Let's count this final one as your victory. Let us meet again in the Nether Realm, old Titus. Take care. Finally, it's quiet again. Let me see. I wonder if these brats have been sneaking impure content into the collection. Just as I expected. One Punch God. The Achilles Scroll. If this were the old days, I'd have burned this on sight. Forbidden Love. The Tree and the Butterfly. Damnations. Which blasphemous fool put this here? Whatever. Little brat at home used to love this kind of stuff. I scared that out of him, though. In my final moments, I'd like to see just what is so special about this brain-rotting nonsense. Scandalous. Just scandalous. Beasts of the Black Tide, I won't allow you to touch our collection. Thus fell Titus. Phew. Finally, some fresh air. But the wind feels so chilly. This is the credits, Calyx, I guess. I see a coin from Zagreus over there. Oh look, it's Trianne.
Pretty underwhelming.
I think. Is it Trianne? It is.
It's little Gray, little Cass, and the pink puppy.
Little Mem. I forget it. I'll just be a puppy. Be forgiving. Be forgiving.
Lady Trianne, are you alright? Were you hurt?
Why? They look fine. Why would they be hurt?
No, Trianne flew high up into the air so the monsters couldn't reach us.
But what about the flying monsters? Air supremacy secured.
Air supremacy secured! That sounds so cool! Oh, but what does it mean?
It means that nothing else is in the air.
Wait a minute, let's get back on track. The spindle that Aggie gave us is so powerful that Trianne seems to have found Nax.
Oh, really?
He's near the treetop. Even though our perception of him is very weak, it's not like the White Dryads from before.
So he's alive.
But since Trianne was alone and afraid that it might be dangerous, we did not fly there to take a look.
Good. Safety first.
It seems like Lady Trianne did not forget our promise. Anaxa is indeed still alive, and he's at the Luminary Throne right now. It seems like Lady Calypso did not lie regarding this.
Huh? Calypso? Who's that?
She seems to be the head of the Latotropis. Kind-headed, mysterious passerby, a spirit wandering around the grove.
Oh, so you found a survivor! But the golden thread doesn't seem to be able to sense the person you're talking about.
We're gonna get revealed that they're Menestia or Circes themselves, aren't they? I don't really know. I guess Menestia's dead, so that's probably out. Come on, Cal. Come and meet our other companion. Huh, where did she go off to?
Coming and going without a trace. She's such a strange person.
Oh! Actually, Trianne also found this. Could this be related to the person you're talking about?
Probably not. That looks like the cloth of the Flame Reaver boss thingy that was shown in trailers. The spooky guy.
This is a piece of burnt cloth.
Yup! Trianne found it on a branch not long ago. Trianne even used the golden thread to search around and found that the entire grove is giving off a similar aura.
A similar aura to a burnt cloth. Maybe Anaxa left it behind using alchemy in order to guide us?
Trianne doesn't think so. Because when Trianne picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems to be all around.
That doesn't sound good.
Lady Trianne, where is the aura gathered at right now?
It seems to be... Oh! A little higher and a little ahead of us.
Okay.
The Dome of Devotion.
The Dome of Devotion.
Calypso, just what are you hiding?
Is Calypso gonna turn out to be the Flame Reaver? I don't really know. I think they have some sort of connection to Finon, because based off of the earlier trailers, like, it's interspliced with some of the frames of his first appearance. Calypso's about to jump scare us, isn't she?
There's no one... Hold on. The Butterfly of Divine Mind is gone?
The what? Love spoke to me. I am the untamed wind, the arriving unbidden and blended your glacial flame. Gently entwining, I stoke your fire, brilliance, and then let it slowly die down. This butterfly is supposed to be some sort of representation of Menestia, I guess?
It can't be. Was it for fending off the Black Tide? Or perhaps...
What exactly is this butterfly of divine mind? Is it a very powerful guardian monster?
No, how should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the core flame.
So where's the core flame then?
Legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circes.
So, let me guess. Calypso is the butterfly. That's my theory right now.
But how are we going
We did a trial for Calypso.
to...
Well, telling the Titan I love you work, Mem's good at doing that.
Sorry, but even I don't know how. After all, this is a secret among secrets that only a select few in the entire grove, and even Amphorius, know.
I'm just looking at my presets, and it looks like even though I changed them, it didn't update the changes.
Rather than worry about this, Lady Trianne, did the golden thread react to anything around here?
Good question.
No. That unknown thing seems to be even farther ahead and higher up.
Just keeps moving, huh? Isn't that a dead end up ahead?
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still react to the golden bough of vows despite having dissipated. If it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be a reaction.
Take a petal. Take a single petal from the golden bough of vows and offer it in both hands. Butterfly didn't move an inch. Let's hang on a little longer. A sincere heart will prevail. Pick up a petal and wave it in front of the butterfly. Chew on the petal with high provocative expression. Even in native myths of Amphorius, it all boils down to sincerity. Sincerity brings miracles. Show genuine intent and the butterfly will surely respond. Just keep zooming in. Yet, regrettably, it remains unmoved. I did what I could, but the butterfly didn't even move an inch. Do we also have to use some kind of special spell?
Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Man, how many times are you gonna have to say this? Anything? Nope. Butterfly still didn't move 1 inch. What happened, Trianne?
Lady Trianne, and even Mem? Where have they disappeared to?
Little Gray, little Cass, look over here, quick!
I guess there's a new path?
I mean, he's about to burst into flames!
Memmy?
The voice seems to be coming from the Star Chase atrium.
Little Gray,
Why are they over there?
I'm fine.
Don't worry, friend, I'm fine. Feel a little warm. It best to keep them from becoming a snack for these things. Starving magical beast. Sorry, I couldn't have called you guys little things. I'm down, I'll be right there.
Trian, what exactly happened just now?
Trian and Memmy were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby.
And?
But just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded.
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priest should be nearby. Hopefully they'll be of some use.
Memmy.
I'll leave it in your capable hands.
Memmy.
Before I'm cooked, let me first think of how to apologize.
Oh no, I'm starting to smell something delicious.
Uh-oh. Mem is delicious. That must be because I can't help giving off an irresistible charm. Okay. You're finally here, friend. I've been waiting for a while now. Let's surround them. Well, it's time to give this bunch of ungentlemanly fools a taste of fiery, fatal allure. I thought Mem was translating for that ending for a second there. Feels like I've reached medium well, and now perhaps I'm on the verge of becoming well done. Precision and grace. That did not take much effort. Was this supposed to be a challenge?
Easy.
Just kidding. I wanted to marvel at how Canon Chaos always managed to resolve a crisis so effortlessly. I'm just so-so. Only third best, you know? Actually, there's 4 of us. I forgot about Trian.
It's alright. Trian only just flew down.
I'm glad that everyone is alright. Speaking of which, this piece of amber is...
Whenever I see amber, I think about Cloaked in the IPC.
A remnant of Nestia's core flame.
A remnant?
To get to the throne at the treetop, gather the embers before you with the golden bough of vows, and present it to the divine butterfly.
Whoa, where did you come from?
Anyway, Trian, this is Calypso.
You finally appeared, Lady Calypso.
Yes, it's been some time. The battle just now was a true delight, and I feel quite elated.
Aha, is that you?
It seems like I'll really be able to rely on all of you to reclaim my true form.
Something, aren't you?
Lady Trian, how does the golden... Lady Trian,
Oh. There's no reaction at all.
Looking marks on the back of the skirt.
Obviously. After all, the fragment that you picked up just now is completely unrelated to me. Just do as I say. If you're able to pass the trial... All right. Just do as I say.
And she's gone.
another trial.
They're very much making it obvious that Cersei's titan. I need people to go finish their thoughts.
But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax anyway, right?
I've got a hunch. I've got a hunch. Go confront her. Come, let's collect the embers and go confront her. According to Calypso, we just have to gather the embers before us with the golden bough of vows.
As the golden water lily touches the amber, the flames spill in from its petals. Curiously, the fire does not consume the entire flower, only a faint spark gathers the tips and subtly burn it.
Incredible.
It seems like you managed to gather the ember. In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she
Off
says.
the faintly burning golden bough of vows.
It's a success! Path has appeared.
All of you have indeed passed.
It's disillusion. Added heightened sad cries.
The sound of a butterfly's wings. The sound of a...
Let's take Aspris.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice
You are Cersei's, aren't you?
myself. If the west wind ever ends, farewell, my love.
Lady Calypso, this is...
It's thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time. time for me to fulfill.
Well, in that case, I can start.
Actually, Cersei's.
You're...
Wow, who could have seen that coming? Not me, like 30 minutes ago, right?
Oh my. The children of humanity have passed the final I was wondering when you were planning to expose me.
Also, how come Nikador didn't get a unique model? Because it would have made it too obvious that Lord Nias was Nikador the whole time. So we literally did the exact same plot thing that we did with Lord Nias, but with Cersei's. We went on an adventure with Cass and Mem, and we actually helped solve problems for the Titan. Just to meet the Titan. Okay. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
The riddle-like trials. Your distrustful yet sincere character. Referring to... The head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea, and not Calyspo.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now?
Because I did not believe that Cersei's would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide.
I was under the impression that you would have been one of Cersei's Titankin. I had no reason to believe that you were Cersei's themselves until we were talking about all this stuff about trials and that yada yada yada. You had to go to these trials to meet Cersei's. Like, well, you're the one giving us trials, so you must be Cersei's.
Also, to make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
To think we were able to gain a new chance. Excellent. To think we were able to gain a new chance at life in the midst of death.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these
Oh, the reason's quite simple. I needed your help. And just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed. And it's even more related to that lost item from before. Its owner is a quiet and paranoid hunter who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it.
Okay.
As I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term plan.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the Golden Bough of Vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers.
You yourself for the 3rd.
As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
After all, the scholars of the Grove have always been willing to lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I were to do nothing and simply watch the children of humanity give up their lives for me. Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to tear his soul apart and use it to perform a miracle. He trapped all the creations of the Black Tide within the Grove so that they would not be able to harm others. His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary that I felt it would be a waste for him to meet his demise in the Black Tide. And so, I decided to save his life. Of course, this also meant that I was able to conceal myself and remain hidden. Well, that's also an equivalent exchange, right?
Mem! Mem, mem, mem! Mem, memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem! Mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem!
What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form, and you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Ankama. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne, together in one go.
But, Cersei's, aren't you the reason, Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed,
Nice.
I'll be able to show my
It's gonna
hand.
be like the Concolia boss fight all over again. Just leave it to me. Buying time is my specialty.
Excellent. Then just continue climbing to reach my throne. Turn the golden bow of vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason.
Butterfly adores flower. Young female scholar. Similar looking female scholar. One strike, that's all it took. What kind of monster is that black-clad swordsman? They vanished without you. Artakama, our defenses crumble. We can't hold. Run, Sinan. Save yourself. No, I'm not leaving without you. This won't be our end. No, listen to me. Just go. Don't talk like that. You're a Chrysosaur, remember? I've spent my whole life chasing your shadow, looking up to your golden blood. Don't you dare give up now. Here, try grabbing onto my shoulder. Sinan, behind you. No, when did the Black Tide monsters? The others, they're all... You never listen, just like when we were kids. Guess we're both troublemakers. Dad never caught a break with you, either of us, did he? Remember how you used to drag me into your schemes? Sister. Doesn't matter anymore, sis. We'll all end the same way. Dad could be proud of us. Monsters of Black Tide, you want to harm Artakama? Why don't you just try it? Looks as if Sinan is taking something from her sister's body. You imagine it must be some kind of weapon. Well, that was sad.
I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
It seems like a fierce battle will be inevitable.
Don't worry, Trigan will protect everyone!
Alright. Probably about to have a boss fight. What's crazy to think is that I'm probably only about halfway
Ahead
through
lies the
21
luminary
updates.
throne. And also, the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Mem, me... Mem...
Friends, can you feel it?
Memmy, what's wrong?
Something bad.
Memmy,
The memories here have a very intense smell. The scent of a bulrush sand, the blazing sun.
Is this Professor Anaxa?
good.
No matter. All I have to do is to place this body at the core. For the sake of Amphorius. Die with me, Titan.
Die with me, Titan. That doesn't sound good. I might have to do this offline. Oh, yep. That's a spooky black-robed swordsman, alright. Come on, ping. Drop down to blue or green. Nope, nope, I didn't say up, I said down. Drop down, please. There we go. Orange numbers. Those are good numbers. Nope, it goes back up to 999. I'm gonna be so pissed if the stream drops here.
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Who is this black-robed guy?
I wonder if they have some connection to Finon. This person is the source of the smell and the memory. No, he's basically the memory itself. The burning paradise, the shattered sun, and... I did not get to take a screen cap of this last time. So I need to make sure that I do that. So the Flame Reaper definitely has a connection to Finon. So is it Finon, or is it the one that killed Finon's village? That's the real question there. If you go back and watch the Nameless Faces OP, like right in the scene where Finon's splashing the golden blood on himself, you can actually see, the Flame Reaver there for like a few frames before it cuts to the Honkai Star Rail logo. So this Flame Reaver, probably the thing that killed Cyrene. That's at least what I'm getting off of what Mem is saying right now. Carnage, death and destruction.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei's was talking about. The black sword and cloak.
That's a very interesting looking sword.
The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
The Flame Reaver.
You're not demigods.
You're not demigods.
Stand down or die.
Quick run. It's just us. We won't be able to defeat them. Things will get better if when the Titan attacks. Is there still time for us to escape now?
That's right. Let's do our best to buy time for Cersei's.
We're here to buy time. Trian will also protect it.
protect everyone. Trian is brave.
Also, Trian is technically a demigod, so I guess the Cloak Man is kind of incorrect.
Miss. Only this time, may death protect us.
Yeah. I hope so. Ooh, that's scary.
Be careful.
One slash.
One slash.
2 slashes.
That's not good.
Slashes are enough.
3 slashes are enough. Also, we caught Casper's there.
Seized must be repaid. Nothing major.
Bless
I underestimated you. Receive divinity.
I'd say you look tough. The door to a whole new world. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer
Nothing but a bore.
is nothing but a void.
Agony.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Don't move, okay?
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
There's no time to lose.
Here, this thunder!
What's wrong? The door to a whole new world.
So powerful.
Cersei's was
Cersei
right.
was right.
Eternal sleep is not the
Where
end.
is she? Is her core flame still
The
not put
dead
together yet?
will return!
Don't worry, I'll go easy. I'll play the bad guy.
Allow me to see you off.
torment.
Follow my chart.
Conflict is pitiless.
Time.
I
Radiant
don't feel like we're
spirit.
doing enough damage.
Heed my word.
Show no mercy!
All at once? I don't. You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Man, we are not doing a lot of damage to this guy's health bar.
The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Return to the great tree.
Let's play 1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
Offer your souls to the fire.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's the Gasper's took my words. Whoa, shit.
Ashes.
2 people died.
In that case,
Max is up.
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human.
How annoying. Children of humanity.
Don't waver now.
Let's
Just destroy them. One by one.
this flower bloom.
Impressive. This is worth learning.
A lot of depth down. That's
Since
helpful.
the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
What a pity.
Pity.
Professor Anaxa? No. It's Cersei's.
You're finally here. I missed you so much.
Here, this thunder!
So they have the same restorable HP mechanic that that we get
Eternal
from the
sleep
DOT.
is not the... The dead will return! That which is seized must be repaid.
This world is a fallen. Return to the great tree.
Turn to the great dream. I'm gonna have to analyze all of this boss quotes.
Conflict is pitiless.
Time. Radiant spirit. Heed my word.
Show no
Show
mercy.
no mercy!
below the halfway mark.
Don't move, okay? Let's play
Skill points back.
1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
This will hit hard.
Torment.
The door to a whole new world.
Here. There's thunder!
Return to the great tree.
One who lost their shadow.
Everyone, watch each other's back.
Don't worry, I'll go easy.
That actually hit.
Yeah.
Torment.
Curiosity, endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. You've just got to expand your thinking, glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
That hits so hard.
Eternal
Right.
sleep. The dead.
Feed her to
will
energy.
return.
Bless.
I'm about to be overwhelmed. Fighting is so much more tiring than thinking.
It really is.
That was tough. I'm truly exhausted.
Door to a whole new world.
No! Look out, everyone!
Look out for what? He's like dying.
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
What is happening? Oh, Casper's doing that. Where did you send him? Also, that thing was super tough, whoever or whatever they were. They survived that super attack from, like, stabbed through the back. Most people don't live through that kind of thing.
That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
Akame, your baseball back. I never want to leave the Holy City again.
Little Cass, my head, it still hurts.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be opening that gate.
Sorry. I know you told me not to open the gate.
Man, if only Dawn Hung came with us, we would have had one more.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I feel awful.
And I think that's roughly the
need
halfway
to go
point for the
back
update, too.
to get some rest.
Lady Trianne, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
Where's the camera? Where's Lady Trianne? I can't see her. The camera's not...
All this noise and commotion. Akama hasn't changed a bit, has it?
No, not really.
Are you... Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the New Sporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Circes.
But you have the core flame of Circes now. Are you a demigod?
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame.
Man, sucks to be you, I guess.
Are you going to bring me to Aglaya to fulfill your duty?
That is indeed my duty, but I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
That's nice.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman.
You know somebody has a great relationship with someone when they refer to them as that woman.
But I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya, I want to visit them.
Because Lady Aglaya
Will probably be against it.
will probably be against it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted.
I'm really not a big fan of her lack of freedom of information.
My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
You intend to do it without her knowledge.
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face.
And I also don't think that the way her weird golden thread works and, like, the network, I physically don't think there's any way anyone does anything in Okama without her knowing about it.
Are you going to stop me, Castorus?
Can you stop him?
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
You don't have to defend Lady Aglaya this much, Cass.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar, putting yourself in other people's shoes like that.
Aglaya is really straddling the line of I hate her and I don't like her. She's just straddling that line.
Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Still what?
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Which is? Oh, you're just gonna stop talking. Okay. Fine, don't tell me.
Hello. And you are?
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Calyspo's wife.
Calyspo.
Right.
So that's how that's pronounced.
Yes. Oh, are you a messenger? No wonder I haven't heard any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
Ma'am, Calyspo passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
So... did he manage to defend the Grove?
Huh?
Did he manage? First thing you ask after hearing his passing is that?
Yes. He managed to protect Circe's core flame, at the cost of his life.
I see. I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for him.
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure.
Darn, you're probably the most sensible person from Kremnos we've met so far.
You know, Calyspo, even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me? I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, Any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
Death is always a somber affair.
I'm really sorry.
It's the reason why we try to do these celebrations of life, instead of calling them funerals these days.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday. With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide, and seek vengeance for my husband.
Wonder what My Day's been doing. I wonder if we're going to cut back to My Day at some point. I also know that supposedly we're going to get to see the Abyss of Fate in its heyday, because that was something that was talked about in the 3.1 live stream. So I know that there's still a lot of content we still have to cover before we actually finish this patch. But this is definitely going to be a good stopping point.
With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide.
Woman with a gentle expression. Kind of wish you were named. Finally buy out this store. Mystery item. The monster behind the gate. You seem to have bought something rather amazing. Ah woo. Ah woo, ah woo, woo. As the light dims, a cute but strange creature appears before you. Nobody knows what lies beyond the gate, but it looks as though Giannis is willing to bless you. Take it with you henceforth. This wee chimera belongs to you. Ah woo, woo! An unexpected outcome. You were going to argue against the wooden horse, but this little chimera is already glued to you. So let's stash it in our private bath for the time being. Hampering secrets, huh? Mysterious item, a sacred beast, a Fagosa. You should take it and put it on the display in your room. I was told in 3.0 that there's a pet you can get. I wonder if that's it. Old man with slender frame.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
The two daughters that we saw in that flashback are probably your kids, right?
Are you the father of Kenani and Artakama?
Yep.
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble at school again?
Also, this is the guy that narrated that one trailer that wasn't that they didn't credit the VA of, or they didn't name the character of.
Alas, forgive this old
So I'm pretty
brain
sure it's the
of
same
mine.
VA for Tiernan.
Both of my daughters graduated long ago, and they are now scholars at the Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to blend together. What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still talk some sense into them.
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
We should. Don't ask me, I'm getting all teary-eyed as well. And one of the saddest fates that could become of anyone is to pass away before your parents. It's a truly, truly tragic fate.
Mr. Fabio. The Black Tide took Kenani and Artakama.
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide to defend the Grove. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove. I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset.
I just realized, isn't that like a Conrian logo on his chest? That's like the symbol of the Black Sun dynasty, isn't it?
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine, wasn't she?
She was. I actually got to see their final moments. Depression sets in.
What's Dad talking about?
Young man.
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city, and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
Wait, Lady Casters, did Lady Aglaia send you because of some mistake I made at work?
No, but should I be concerned?
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, Old Titus.
Oh, Old Titus. We saw his last stand, too.
A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the River of Souls any time.
How can you say that? It's a normal thing to say.
Just up and left me behind. That old man.
He died protecting the library.
I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars. Still wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old thing. I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye.
Death comes for us all.
That bull-headed old man, stubborn as a mule.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
There's still one more, actually. The one who made it here from the Grove. Those who sacrificed their lives and their families are truly admirable.
Good work, Miss. And Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaia.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Alright, we'll report back to Aglaia and then we'll end there. Because we'll have gone over 2 hours at that point. Technically, we're over 2 hours right now. We're on my second recording at this point.
Let's go back for another soak.
But I think the first recording before we lost connection was like 16 minutes in when the recording got corrupted.
I'm even taller than
Alright, Aggie. Why did it make us go this way? Wouldn't it have been faster to take the elevator we were standing next to? To the hero's bath. That's not a good sign.
Miss Castoris, my lady, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaia. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
Is she in a meeting with the Council of Elders?
My apologies, Miss Castoris. Lady Aglaia has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaia order you to take me directly to prison?
Who are you?
He doesn't know?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact her using the slate.
I forgot that they have phones. Do you guys not have phones? To Can and Company of the Grove circumstances, we are now fully cognizant, and for thy most diligent efforts, we harbor our deepest gratitude. Indeed, no words could adequately convey the depth of our appreciation. Alas, the Holy City presently faces a sundry of complications and a manifold of duties that command our attention, precluding us from extending our proper welcome. For this oversight, we express sincere regret. Furthermore, following thy arduous voyage, rest must be prioritized. The particulars of recent events shall be deliberated upon the morrow. So it is written. Got it. An elegant style must be the garment makers. Dear garment maker, please inform Lady Agaya thus message received. We will take our rest today. We send out her our regards. Very well. Well, now we know that the garment makers can use Aglaya's phone. That's lore I didn't know or need.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castorus, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know, I'll take my leave for today.
I don't like Aglaya, but Anaxa really doesn't like her. I like her enough to where I still use cute and pet nicknames with her. I like to call her Aggie every now and then, like Tribby does. But I don't think I'll ever dislike her to the point where I'll refer to her as that woman.
That Titan made a myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that. I don't want to stay a second longer in this noisy city if I can.
Please be careful. Akama isn't the Grove. This place
is covered by her golden threads. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape her grasp. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Alright.
Yes. So many unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger, let alone face the Black Tide head-on.
I mean, it's par for the course for me. Trouble is my old friend now. Made it back alive, so much for the Black Tide.
Please do not underestimate the threat the Black Tide poses.
Oh, I don't underestimate it.
The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akama, but all of Amphorius. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum Krymnos. Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes.
Yeah, that is a bit depressing.
The trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be able to steel his resolve soon.
And that black-robed swordmaster, the dreadful enemies of the Grove, also creations of the Black Tide?
Lady Trebe once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places.
Yeah. He may have been mad, but he was keeping the scary guys at bay.
As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. But it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths.
You know, when you kill so many people that you literally reek of death.
Speaking of Thanatos, Miss, there is something else I wish to verify with you.
Oh, the fact that I caught you?
You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death, a poison shunned by all living beings. Yet when you caught me in the grove...
Oh, she's blushing. That's cute.
I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power.
Yeah,
Miss...
especially since we were affected by your power when we first entered Akama. I had truly forgotten about this until you brought it up. Maybe it just hasn't taken effect yet. I'm used to it. I'm just special like that. Now that you mention it, I think the same thing happened in the Vortex. Did it?
My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? And why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos?
Such as fate, I guess? Bad luck? Maybe you were born that way? Maybe it was Maybelline?
Miss, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the Grove for now, and rest for the day.
Ooh, nameless recollection. Esther's right, I should get some rest. Mem is probably exhausted too. Wonder how Don Hung has been holding up these past few days.
Miss, you must be tired.
Alrighty. We'll end with a reading of As I've Written. And I think the day is about to tick over as well. Is it an Axis story? Or is it another Castris or Tribi? That looks like... something. I can barely make out what's on that card. Those flame-chasing people. Those forgotten stories. As I've Written. Oh, it is an axe. I can see it now. He's upside down. Oh, it's a reference to the Hanged Man tarot card, which is supposed to be a wise figure for those who don't know. Which is also a reference to Odin, who hung themselves upside down from the Yggdrasil tree. It also has an eye patch. They're very Odin-coded. There's a lot of Odin-coded characters in Hoyo games for some reason. Let that divine name dim. Before meeting death, the scholar already composed his own epitaph.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others. Incomplete, just like his fate.
He would sweep his own grave at the beginning of every month of reaping, staring long and hard at his stained hands. Hands that never seek the benediction of gods, accepting only the tricks and plots his brain presents.
Keep your distance from that blasphemous one, lest misfortune follows you like a shadow.
People warned each other, thus before his lectern. In those rumors, the scholar's hubris looms foul and vile. He dares to proclaim ascendancy over gods, and defy the Titan's will. But the one shouldering such slander pays little heed. His lonesome figure stands aloof, for he always believed that gods are no greater than mortal beings such as he. Based. The Grove of Epiphany, the paradise of the wise, yet harbors one shouldering the name of a fool. He calls himself clear-headed teacher, leading lost students, yet he rarely guides or teaches apart from gifting a single saying. Yet for the rest of the student's life, that saying often proves to be more valuable than gold. What's the saying? Pupils often praise his words as divine utterances, to which the teacher replies with a sharp retort. Are you going to tell me what this phrase is? Apart from destiny, he seems to decipher laws. And now, even destiny may also be within his grasp. It was not so in the beginning, as he silently recalls the past under Leafy Shade.
Faced with the god's edict, even I cannot resist.
With no guidance given, he reaches enlightenment for the first time. Yet I sincerely
believe this is not to be my destiny.
That became the cause of the blasphemy.
Miracles are the most conceited actions of gods. They are God's denial of humanity via might. Magic tricks are the most articulate rebuttal. They are humanity's imitation of godhood via intellect.
He habitually describes the feats of mankind as magic tricks, proving that the enlightened can step beyond the boundaries of reason. But magic tricks cannot afford to fail, even after 1,000,000 times. And for that, the blasphemous co-conspiracies with a god. The blasphemous co-conspires with a god. Using the final trick, they wish to create a miracle to end all miracles. It reminds me of the contract to end all contracts in Genshin. Demised Scholar. Anaxagoras. Alrighty. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have half of the circles filled now. Which means all we have left to do is, we still have 6 people we need to meet.